I have a definition from a guy called Archimedes. You know Archimedes? Okay, Archimedes. Archimedes was talking about physics. And he said something like this. Give me a lever long enough and a fulcrum on which to place it, and I shall move the world. Okay? This is Archimedes' definition. It's physics. But this is also about networking. Less effort and do more, to reach more knowledge, to reach more money, to reach more friends. So this is really the important thing to get, is that networking is a way to do things. And it's the way of doing things nowadays. Because, for instance, in terms of information, nowadays the information that is created in every area of knowledge is unbelievable. Nobody can say, now I know everything that there is to know about one subject. It's impossible. And the person that says that is an idiot. Okay? Because you need, the information that you need is around. So we have to copy, for instance, what is better in dealing with such an amazing amount of information. And that is, for instance, the internet. There is no website that, there is no server that has all the information that is on the internet. Better, we have websites that have one web page that has information coming from several servers at the same time. Okay? So each one is specialized in a small spot. And that is the thing that we are coming through. We cannot continue to work as an individual alone. We have to work with others more than ever. Before it was possible to be, master of one area and to be the best, and nobody would know more than that person. I would say that till the middle of the 20th century. But afterwards, the explosion is absolutely massive. And also, in the last 5 years, information has doubled every year. I'm not talking about the information related to the last year. No, I'm talking about the information since the history of mankind. So it has been doubling. So, for instance, I'm a college professor. Yes, I don't look like, but I am. Because normally college professors have a beer, a pipe, and some elbow protectors. Okay, I have the jacket back home, but I didn't brought with me. But in college now, for instance, I'm talking to my students, and then I'm explaining them that they cannot see their courses as an end. They have to see that when they finish last year, the part of the knowledge that they learn in the first and the second year is not updated anymore. So the game is very fast. Do you agree with Archimedes? Not in physics, because that is settled, but in terms of the connection with networking, do you think that is okay? As you can see, it connects with the lazy thing. Yeah. Okay? So why try to grab the world like this? Well, we can use a fulcrum and a lever, and that's okay. Exactly. So think first, do after. I want to also overthrow some myths about networking. There is, in our southern societies, this is the worst one. That there are favors and there are contacts. And it goes like this. If I manage to do something in terms of my career or in terms of business or whatever, I have good contacts. If it's my competitor, my neighbor, my colleague, my friend, he has people that owe him favors. Okay? So that's the problem. So in Northern European countries, in Japan, in the States, the north part of course, the idea is completely different. You have to have contacts. Your value as professional is determined by your network and not by what you know. Because if we think in terms of what you know, like a disk. Nowadays, you have computers with 1 terabyte. This one has like 500 gigabytes. I remember when my first computer that I bought with my father in 88. In 88. I remember the salesperson telling to my father, "Wow, this is a very big disk. It can be for much time. It's 20 megabytes." And that was the disk. So nowadays, it's not a question of putting in our minds every knowledge that we can, because also we have to renovate. So we have to put our stress in processing the information. Sometimes the English goes away. Processing information, okay? So we have to know how to process and also know how who we should activate to give us more. Exactly. Because it's very, very important that we use the network to work on this. So, next. This is a good thing that I wrote a book about networking. So now my friends, when they get unemployed, they come to me and say, "Well, you are the networking guy, so now I need a job." And I'm like, okay. Did you notice that you lost time? Why? Because many people think that they will be very successful professionals if they stay in their companies, working very, very, very hard and not doing anything else. But I put you one question. If you have some competences and skills and experience and nobody knows, do you have it? So that's a big problem. So that's the problem that some of my friends that come with that situation have, is that they were very good at what they do, but nobody outside knows. And this is in times of crisis, this is a big problem. So there are a lot of people that are walking, smiling to the abyss. Because they have nice, comfortable job, nice car, nice everything, and nobody knows why they have that. Okay? And that doesn't mean that they are going through the street saying, "Oh yes, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best." It doesn't work like that. It works by sharing. And we will talk about that. There are moments for networking. This one started because in a Portuguese newspaper in one year they had an employment section, and they put it, "September, the month for networking." And the idea was like this. People were in August at the beach, looking to people passing and see the sun and the sea. And they were like, "Oh, when I return to my company, I will do this and that. So I will call this guy and this woman, and so we can do some business and new things." Wow. Many, many, many ideas. When they arrive, in the first week of September, they start phoning everybody. Okay? So they do that, and at the end of September, they have other things to do. And that is very stupid. Because networking is an activity that you should do every time. But for that, there is a secret. And I will explain the secret. And it's not the other secret. It's a simple secret it comes from biology. We have like two kinds of brains. We have conscious and unconscious brain. Okay? So, it goes like this. For instance, when you drive, you are not conscious of what you are doing. Okay?
If you're not a beginner.
Exactly, because the beginner, you see clearly how that the person is a beginner if he drives like this. It's a beginner. Because normally you drive like this. Yeah.
Which is still on a bike.
So you drive like this. And what is the question is that our conscious brain only can work like 10, 15, 20 informations at the same time. And our subconscious brain is working like thousands. Okay? So, for instance, when you drive, that is the best example, you are not conscious why you reduce from 44 kilometers to 42. Why did you put your hand in the handle? Why you put you changed a bit your hand on the wheel? You are not conscious. Another funny exercise for the people that type very fast, they type like this. Try to do like this. You stop typing. You start doing mistakes. And it's strange because if you are conscious of what you are doing, you should do it better. Nope. Because we have things like that are called like programs. Okay? We put our program and now in driving mode. So it's okay. Now in typing mode. Or even better. Yes, I'm very interested in your conversation. And we can do SMS at the same time. So, why? Because there is a program. And what is the relation between that and networking? The same thing. If you put a networking program, every time you meet somebody, every time you do something, you are looking for the networking opportunity. So, you don't shoot yourself on the foot. You do everything that is needed. To give an example, for instance, people go to conferences. And nowadays, some years ago it was different, but nowadays the normal thing is when they open the doors so people can have a coffee break, people leave the conference like this. Yes, 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 yes. And you see like 15 or 20 or 50 people going around like they are like crazy people. And everybody is like phoning, and doing phone calls like this. So everything okay at the office? Yeah? No news? No? Tell me something so I don't have to talk with these people. Please? Yes? And the cleaning lady? Okay. I still have time. Please say anything else. So the idea is that this is very comfortable, so we can not go outside of our comfort zone. So now we have this, we have emails, so we have everything not to talk with others. So this is a question of not being in line. Another example, people that go to conferences and I give them my business card and they say, oh, sorry, I didn't brought mine. Good. And we have to ask why they are there. And they would say, one of the things, if you ask before the card, they would say, to meet people because this is a nice place to have business. That's very good. But if they don't remember you, it's good. So there is no moment. There is not like, and now I'm going to dedicate like 2 hours every day to networking. It's not. Okay? Networking is not for everyone. Okay, that's a problem that I have in explaining to people that are not, for instance, in the sales department or they are not managing the companies, because those are very easy to explain. Networking is important because they see the result immediately. So when they are like in an administrative area or a financial area, they see, oh, there is no need because I'm there in the office looking to the numbers or putting papers from one side to another. Why? And I would say that for them personally is even more important. Because as I said before, if they have a skill and nobody knows, they are in great danger. And nowadays, in those areas especially, is where cuts are easier to do. Because nobody knows exactly how much money they bring. In terms of a salesperson, it's very easy. How much they sell, It's very easy. But about the administrative and financial area, it's more difficult because you only see them as cost. Okay? So that's even more important to those people. Networking is giving cars fast. These are, let's say, the new converted to networking. So they bring their cars and they're like shooting to everybody. But the thing is that when you give a card and you give it like this, you are demonstrating a lack of respect to yourself. So what you are expecting from the others to give you respect, and say, oh, he's a person that has a confidence of its work. No, it's something that have my card. So also in receiving cards, I see many people receiving a card like, oh, nice, that's it. So they don't check, for instance, what they have in common with the person in front. Sometimes they only check that when they are back at the office. Oh, now it's too late. So this I find a lot at university, for instance, with my students, that they think that something will happen if they are in class. Okay. So only by being there, it's like a magical thing. It's the magic that Mihaela was talking about. So it's like, okay, I'm there, and something will happen. So these are the kind of people that arrive to a conference or to a class or to a cocktail, and they put the jacket and the brain, and they go like, and they stay there. So no, really, they really don't have, again, they are not aligned. What was their goal coming there? Okay? If it's meeting people, getting more knowledge, why they don't do something to get it? And then we have the problem of barriers. Okay? That's why, for instance, I said, if you have any problem in saying it in Romanian, please say it, because I want your participation. And Mihaela will translate it, because she knows a lot of Romanian. So, because one of the things that we have, one of the biggest fears that humans have is to speak in public. Unbelievable. People are more available to be shot than to speak in public. And it's very strange. Because one of the things that you learn when you speak in public, and I have been doing it for a while, is that it's like driving. People are also afraid of driving at first. They are like, there are two moments. Before, they are like, yes, I'm going to drive. Then it's moving, and it's complicated. So, when they started, they cannot stop. But with speaking in public in some way, it can be to 5 people, you really have to start it. And the only way to fight that fear is to do it, and do it. It's the only possibility. But people tend to, okay, I will not question. If you have that fear, if you think, I have one good question, but I'm not going to put it, because there are too many people, do it immediately. And you will see that you will have fun. Okay. So, I'm talking too much, and remember, I'm lazy. So, in the same groups, and you can circle more, don't worry, the chairs can move. I want you to find me 5 ways of creating more contacts, to have more contacts in your network, or to maintain your network. 5 ways, 5 very specific examples. Don't say things like synergy. Energy. To be dynamic. Don't say things like this. Give me 5 good examples that you can do today or tomorrow. Very concrete things, okay?
In terms of tools.
Whatever. To create more contacts, to maintain the contacts that you have now.